Despite their failure to achieve the commercial success of their rivals like the Drifters, the Flamingos, or the Clovers, this group demanded consideration and any serious discussion of essential acts of the doo-wop era. The centerpiece of today's video is all about the Harptones. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. This story begins in 1951 in Harlem, New York, where classmates William Dempsey, Curtis Cherubin, and Freddie Taylor formed a harmonizing trio named the Skylarks. Following the additions of Eugene Sonny Cook and a classmate that's remembered only by the nickname Skillum, the now quintet made its professional debut at the Apollo Theater's legendary amateur night show, performing a cover of My Dearest Darling that ended the audience literally booing them off stage. Now after a series of lineup shuffles, the Skylarks welcomed new member William Dicey Galloway, who was a member of another doo-wop group called the Winfield Brothers. In early 1953, the Winfield Brothers and the Skylarks combined as the Harps, comprising of Dempsey, Galloway, Willie Winfield, Claudie Clark, Billy Brown, and Raul Sita. Now this newly formed group returned to the Apollo Theater in November of 1953, and with this appearance earned them the top honors. Even more significantly, at the end of the evening, an MGM Records executive in the audience invited them to audition for the label, and when the group arrived at the MGM office the following week, that executive that was in question was not available that day. So, to pass time up, the group practiced its harmonies while waiting in the hallway. They end up attracting the attention of Bruce Records co-owners Morty Kraft and Leo Rogers, who occupied an office just a few doors down. Now Kraft and Rogers immediately offered the group a contract, and once when they accept, they changed their names to the Harptones. Before Christmas of 1953, the group released the song A Sunday Kinda Love. This song proved to be a major hit throughout the whole East Coast, but due to Bruce Records' lack of marketing, it destroyed the chances of the song breaking nationally. The next year, the group released the single Memories of You.
All I have to give me is my memories.
Now this single was such a local smash that they was invited to appear on the DJ Alan Freed show Moondog Carnation Ball alongside the Clovers and Charles Brown. The label's limited distribution network cripples the single's momentum. However, it did prompt the question to the group as to why they passed up a shot with MGM. The group soon released their third single, I Depend on You.
And adore me, and
In the fall of 1954, Galloway was drafted into the military. That same year, the group released the singles Why Should I Love You,
it wouldn't be fair. Why fall for someone?
and Since I Fell For You.
My happy home.
Now this singer earned the group a spot on Fred Landmark's first New York City show, Rock and Roll Julie B, alongside the Drifters, the Clovers, the Moonglows, and Fats Domino. Bruce Records was very poor at marketing, which caused the group's singles not to chart nationally. The Harptones remained under contract with the label until it collapsed. The group then signed a deal with Old Town Records' subsidiary label, Paradise Records. The group released a debut song, Life Is But a Dream.
Songs of love.
Followed by My Success.
To be happy
Around this time, the group had a week-long stint at the Apollo Theater, which also marked the end of their time at Paradise Records. By the spring of 1956, the group resurfaced on Andrea Records with the single What Is Your Decision?
You give me the love that I long for.
Later on that year, they recorded some songs for the movie Rockin' the Blues. And these songs was Mambo Boogie, Ooh Wee Baby, and High Flying Baby.
Then you started around looking like a newborn saying, well, you rock.
After the group signed with Rama Records, they released the single 3 Wishes.
Smile your way. Oh.
In early 1957, the group issued their final single for Rama, titled The Shrine at St. Cecilia.
The shrine of Saint Cecilia.
An additional session was planned, but the night prior to entering the studio, 20-year-old Billy Brown passed away of a drug overdose. Due to this, the session was canceled. But because the Harptones were contractually obligated to perform a date at Philadelphia Uptown Theater, only Williams could attend Brown's funeral. After Rumble dissolved, the group signed to G Records. Now Galloway exited the group's lineup shortly after, which led the group to split up a few months later. But in early 1959, former Bruce Records executive Marty Kraft came calling, convincing the group to reunite and sign with his label, Warwick Records. Now this version of the group consisted of Willie Winfield, William Dempsey, Nicky Clark, Curtis Cherubin, and Raul Sita. They released singles Laughing on the Outside,
Still in love with you. See me.
Love Me Completely,
Take my complete heart, my love.
and No Greater Miracle.
This miracle, so rare, but there's
All to little attention. In the fall of 1960, songwriter Billy Don Smith signed the group to Companion Records, where they released a single, Rain Down Kisses,
more and more, yeah, 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 more and more, yeah, yeah, yeah.
followed by All in Your Mind,
Can and baby,
and What I Tell My Heart.
but what will I tell my heart?
Now, despite the group bumping elbows with success while with this label, they soon left to finally land a deal with MGM, but it was a subsidiary label, Cub Records. By 1964, due to the group's lack of success, led a frustrated Billy Renfield to finally throw in the towel. The remaining Harptones renamed themselves the Soothers before calling it quits by the end of the year. In 1970, Sita accepted an invitation to reform the Harptones to play at the Rock Magazine's first original rock and roll revival show, recruiting Winfield, William Dempsey, Curtis Cherubin, and Jimmy Beckham to complete the lineup. The group played at doo-wop revival events throughout the decade. And in late 1981, the group cut a new album called Love Needs a Heart. Raul Sita passed away on December 13th, 2014 from liver and stomach cancer at the age of 86. Willie Winfield passed away from a heart attack on July 27th, 2021 at the age of 91. William Dempsey is the only original surviving members of the Harptones. In 2002, the group was inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. Now, before we go, it wasn't really much information that could be found about this group, but there was a lot of members that came in and out the group, and if I failed to mention anyone's names, I sincerely apologize. Before we go, I have a question for you all. You heard about this group. What is your favorite song from the Harptones?